So today we're doing sort of the cornerstone of a yogi's practice. So if you want to become a Kundalini yoga teacher, the Kriya that we're going to do today is one that to qualify, you have to do for 40 days straight. So it's very effective for building up the navel point, which is 3 finger widths below the belly button. And that's, the navel point is our power point. So a lot of people think we deal with our emotions, or not emotions, but we deal with the world from here. So this isn't in the manual, but I think you could say that how the world occurs is a function of how strong your navel point is. So for someone who's feeling anxiety or depression, could be said that it's a function of the strength of the navel point. Because you have 2 people looking at the same situation. One, it's a nice thing, and the other person, it's going to stimulate a fight or flight response. So I know from my own experience, by doing this practice, and I've been doing this particular Kriya for over 2 years. So I have a certain relationship with it, and really have fine-tuned it just for my own well-being. And what I've gotten out of this is it's elevated how I speak, how I eat, and what I wear. So it's like been a whole magnetic shift, so to speak. And Mary, I'm going to put you over here so I don't have to. That's okay. There we go. So it's, you know, this is a very potent practice, and as the way I learned it, this particular yoga kriya, which is Nahbi Kriya, has only been available to the West for about 50 years. It was hidden from the public in India. It was only for the elite because they were afraid of its power, because they thought, you know, they would overrun or overturn the government or, you know, the people in power. After you do it for a while, you'll understand it takes all the barriers off for, you know, how you communicate. And so it's really powerful. You know, it's changed my life. It is a rigorous one. So I will say it a number of times. Do this only at what the body will give. Do not work through pain. No pain, no gain that's a Western philosophy. You know, in Russia, they train their athletes. They don't do no pain, no gain, because they can train longer. You know, if you burn yourself out to work for 4 days, and the other guy's training for the 4 days that you weren't, he's putting in more training than you. He may not be working it as hard. So if you have pain, just stop. You can do this whole practice in your mind and do the breathing. There was a gentleman in the training before mine. He was a quadriplegic and did this whole practice in his mind. So, you know, really just pay attention to what your body's doing. I, in fact, just started again, but I took a 2-week break because I was getting a little bit of a pain right in the crease of where my hip is. So I just stopped. That was, you know, no problem. Now in the past, I've not done that and I've gotten injured. Go figure. So just, you know, pay attention. If you do have something, just let me know. You know, I can do a modification, or you can just sit and meditate and just picture yourself in your mind's eye doing the practice. Your subconscious mind, you know, if you do it in here, your body doesn't know the difference. Like, you know, if I describe taking a lemon, cutting it in half, and, you know, say, hey, put it up to your mouth and stick your tongue out, you would have that sensation in here most likely. So it's the same thing with yoga. You don't have to necessarily be physically doing it. We can do the breathing like we're doing it, but not physically. So, you know, we'll get that same effect. And all breathing is done through the nose. in Kundalini yoga unless the instructor specifies the mouth. And I'll admit sometimes I forget to do that, but just know that it's through the nose, you know, unless it's through the mouth. Any questions on that? Okay, this is one of my favorites, and it will be rigorous. So just, you know, only take what your body will give you, and that's it, no more. So we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And, you know, like anything in Kundalini yoga, you know, we can just sort of go through, you know, you can kind of go through everything floppy armed, and, you know, there's a difference between this and this. This cuts off, it's like a garden hose. If you have a kink in your garden hose, you block off the energy. So I'm sitting, you know, kind of hunched over. So there's a difference between this and this. You feel that? And if your head's back just a little bit, it blocks the energy running up and down your spine. So we call it Jalala Bandha or Bandha. If you tuck that chin just a little bit, it's like if you're sitting against the wall, it'll straighten that out. So this is actually a perfect yogi meditation posture. Everything's straight and the energy is flowing. Okay. This is a practice of tension and pressure, stress and friction. So we grow by, you know, applying that stress and friction to our body. They're finding now that the trees in the biosphere, you know, it's been around, what, 35 years, I think. The larger trees just fall over. They haven't had any wind on them or anything to put any tension or pressure on them, so they don't have the roots like they would if they were sitting outside. So we as the yogis are bringing that tension and pressure to, you know, to the practice. So for example, so this is a mudra. So I can do the mudra and cover the nail or my ring finger with my thumb, or fingertip to fingertip. You feel the difference in the pressure? I feel it here. So I can go like that. That's a different pressure. That's a different pressure. So my teacher Savik said doing the asanas, poses, and postures correctly doesn't make them easier, just makes them more effective. Okay, so getting back to Om Namo Dev Namo, I jumped a little bit. So if you put your hand on my head while I'm tuning in, you'd feel my whole head vibrating. That's on purpose. I'm stimulating the glands in my brain. So we'll just do it real quick, just so I want you to feel the vibration in your brain. So when you bring your tongue tip to the roof of your mouth, you want to make it vibrate. So when you do Namo, you'll feel that vibration. So why don't you try it? Om. You feel that? I feel like in the center of my brain, and I'm consciously making that happen. So this is, even though it looks like we're just tuning in mantra, you know, whatever. You know, it's a very conscious, deliberate. Everything you do in this practice is conscious and deliberate. Om Namo Guru Dev. So really vibrating that palate. There's 80 meridians on the top of your mouth, so you can alter yourself, your mood, just by, you can almost play the roof of your mouth like a piano by vibrating it, you know, with different mantra. So, and then we'll worry about the Mangalacharan mantra later. So we'll get started. So the Mangalacharan mantra is a mantra for protection. I was visiting one of my teachers in Hawaii. We got in the car and she started. I'm like, oh, it never even dawned on me. It's like, oh yeah, everywhere. So Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sak Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. What does it all mean? I don't know. I know Name means I bow. I forget. There are yogis that know everything, all the history and all that. All I know, I've studied the effects of how this, these practices make me feel. A lot of these guys sat in caves for 3,000 years ago. They didn't have iPhones. They had plenty of time to figure this out, and they did. They just played with it. So, all right. I think that's all I have to say for now. If you're not sure where to get a link, if you subscribe on my Facebook group, I post the links in there, so you can always go in there and find them. In any of the old pages, it's the same link every week. I don't change it. Just keeps it easy. Alexa, hallway 69. All right, so let's make some heat. We're in an easy cross-legged position. Stimulate all the nerve endings in our palms, wake ourselves up. Thumbs to sternum, straight spine. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. Inhale again. Big inhale. And exhale. And inhale for the Adi Mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Big inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare, Jugagare Name, Sakare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jugagare Name, Sakare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Adgare Name, Sakare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. And just release. Notice any subtle changes just by tuning in the two mantras. These are available anytime. And we're going to stay seated in this position. We're going to do a couple warm-ups just to wake up the lower spine so we're ready for our challenge today. All right, so we're going to do spinal flex. So just grab the shins and inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale Sat. Exhale Nam. Or whatever mantra you like. Could be thank you. Could be Wahe Guru. On the inhale, we're moving a volume of air. So again, this is where we bring the intentionality. So even in this posture, while it does feel good, we can bring that tension and pressure. Golden day. White this morning. It's nice. So we're gonna, one more minute in this one. Seconds. Let's move some air. Inhale to neutral. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Squeeze, pull Mula Bandha. Anus, sex organ, diaphragm, pull it in. Squeeze up, energy up the spinal column. And release. Last one, inhale, squeeze everything. And release. All right, so arms out. We're going to do spinal twist. Inhale left, exhale right. So no prizes on this exercise or any of these today, so go at your own pace. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam, Sat Nam. Truth is my identity. Inhale, elbows to ceiling, up, like someone's pulling the top of your head, up, up, up. And release slowly without exploding. Very good. All right. Let's drop the chin to chest. We're going to do neck rolls. Key to the roll is slow your roll, very slow. All right. So drop the chin and around slowly. And on the next rotation, chin to chest, go the other direction. And if your shoulders are popping up, it means you're going too fast. So you want to slow it down. The shoulders are going to try to protect the head if it feels like there's a threat to it. Meet our head. Probably make it without a foot. Not the head though. And on your next rotation, chin to chest, and just bring it up slow. And we're going to move to all fours for our last warm up. We're just going to do cat cow. So we inhale up, drop the belly, exhale, arching that back like a Halloween cat. Toes touch. At less than a minute. It feels good to pick up the pace a little. Let's move some more air. Good job. Yeah, let's make our way to seated. All right, so a lot of this Kriya is done on our back. So I just want to give a little coaching before we get started on how to keep our back healthy and safe and protected. So when you lie on your back, for most people, you're going to have a little bit of a curve in your lower back. So I've got that curve when I'm lying on my back, and you'll feel it. Even if I was sitting in front of you, it's hard to see anyway. Well, what I recommend, well, you don't want to be lifting from your lower back. We want to lift from the navel point. really focus on that navel, because that's what we're strengthening. So you can visualize your lower spine, and just, you're going to kind of consciously take that bend out so you're flat. And at first, for me, it felt like an exaggeration, but I'm keeping like a strong base connected to the ground. I'm actually more connected to the earth. So it actually gives me a stronger foundation. So why don't we just get on our back? I just want you to feel that body sensation before we get started today, because we're going to be spending some time in that position. So if you feel, and you can do hand signals, thumbs up and down. So do you feel automatically like that? There's that little bit of a curve in the spine. And just see if you can curve that down. And just imagine you're making this really solid base, like a table, like a patio table. It's got one of those big cement bases, and that's what you're making your contact. And then, so we're not going to get started, but put your hand, either one hand or both hands, on the navel, and just lift your legs up both legs together about 6 inches, and just feel that navel, and feel yourself engaging the navel. And now I want you to breathe through the navel point. And that's where you breathe through the navel. So you can put your feet down. So your power point, and I can hear myself when I'm being powerful. I can actually feel myself now speaking through my navel point. And when I can hear a difference between when I'm speaking through my navel versus I might be in my throat or in my upper chest. Very, very different. So we're consciously engaging that navel point. All right. So the first asana is simply you're going to raise your left leg up to 90 degrees. Inhale it up, and then exhale it down without letting it just pound into the ground. It's just like a little tiny kiss down. And then we're going to alternate between raising the left and raising the right. Oh, we're not starting. Okay, so here, watch me. So we're just going to be alternating. So it's just inhale up, exhale down. So we're alternating leg lifts. Got it? All right. So we're going to be doing this for 7 minutes. So pace yourself.
Dave, you're bending your knees straight?
In the book, it says keep them straight. So do your best.
Say it again.
Keep them straight if you can, and do your best.
Okay.
With that. All right, so let me get the timer set up here. And begin. There you go. Okay. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. This one's not a race. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Really focus on that navel. If you can point your toes, that's even better. Very good. How you doing, Mary? Left with the navel. I know it's tempting on the lower back because that's what we're used to. So we're retraining ourselves. Train that navel point. Keep flattening yourself out at the base of your spine. You're doing great. Less than 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Doing great. At the halfway point. All right, steady. Less than 2 minutes. You're doing great. All right, guys. Less than 1 minute. Keep it up. You're doing good. You got this. Less than 30 seconds. Let's go. Finish up. Let's Let's finish this strong. And release. Stay on your back. Yeah. All right, get your breath. I'm going to just talk about the next asana. So this one's very important about keeping that strong base attached to the earth. Most teachers don't really teach this, but you really want to flatten out that spine and protect your lower back and really focus on lifting the legs with the breath. Really lifting from the breath, but it's at the navel point. So we can make things much harder than they need to be. All right, so put your hands straight up, pointing to the ceilings with the fingertips. And we're gonna bring both legs up together. Now this we're only gonna do for 3 minutes. So we did alternate leg lifts before, now both legs are gonna come up to 90 degrees. Like there, so it's straight up, fingertips pointed to the ceiling, up, inhale up. And begin. All right, good job. So this is not a race, and just notice what thoughts come up while you're doing this, and just see if you can let them just float on by down the river. Just throw them into the river. This Kriya tends to bring up a lot, so just see if you can just let it go. Lifting from the navel, very important. Really keep that strong base attached to the earth. Don't pull the legs up on the curve of your back. Navel. All right, less than 1 minute and 48 seconds. Doing great. Less than 1 minute and 15 seconds. Keep up. You're doing great. You got this. Steady. Less than 45 seconds. I know. Let's go. Keep up. Less than 23 seconds. You can pick it up a little bit. Let's do it right here. Just move more air. The legs will just come right up. You got to push past that feeling. You're capable of a lot more than you think. Let's go. And let them down. Good job. So resting pose here, just pull the knees in. Your neck or your head's gonna stay on the ground. Just wrap your hands around your legs and just relax. Now in the book, technically this is the rest. I'm a little bit nicer. I let you guys catch your breath in between.
Touch the lakes of sanity, remember what it cost. In the canyons of my soul, my memory is lost. Touch the lakes of sanity, remember what it cost. In the canyons of my soul, my memory is lost. And I felt like I was blind. And I felt like I was blind. And I felt like I was blind. To travel at the speed of sound, speed of light. To reach the ocean's depth, travel through the night. To unveil the truth and defeat the lies. To free myself from my disguise. To touch the lakes of sanity, remember what it cost. In the canyons of my soul, my memory is lost. Touch the lakes of sanity, remember what it
All right, so let that go. Bring your, just come up to easy pose when you're ready. So just watch what I'm doing. So in one motion, I'm going to inhale. My arm's going to come straight out, and my legs are going to go to 60 degrees. So we are going to do this one for a while. So, you know, just watch the low back. So we come out of that resting pose like this. So it's in one motion, inhale to 60, exhale, either arms around the knees or grab the knees. And it's just that motion. Now, to really engage the navel, I mean, I could just pound through this like this. But what I do is you just want a little pause right here just to engage the navel a little bit more and then bring it in. So I do mine, not like this is the right way to do it, but it's just a slight pause right there instead of, it's just, Can you see that?
Yep.
Mary? Got it? Let me see yours.
And where's the inhale on this one?
On up. So Richard, your legs are gonna stay together and just straight out. So it's inhale, out. Exhale in. Inhale, exhale. Legs are at 60.
Straight out.
Yep. So Mary, you can bring your legs up a little bit too high. That's like 80. That's a little bit higher than that, Mary.
And where's your back? Is your back on the floor or is your back
Yes.
right?
No, you're lying on your back, your head's on the ground.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're making that strong, we're not starting yet, but just let's make that strong connection, get that arch out of the lower back. You gotta, it's almost like you could use your low back, like there's no pressure on that lower back at all. That's how solid it is back there. You're like a brick, a block of cement. And it's just solid. You're breathing, lifting with the navel point. And it's a fluid motion. Yeah, exhale in, inhale out. All right, I'm gonna start the clock. All right, the clock has begun. So we're gonna be doing this for 10 minutes, so.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Jesus.
When I do the full version of this is 15 minutes, just so you know.
Wow.
So, but just, yeah, just notice what comes up in the mind's eye.
Tell me one last time where the breathing is on this again.
Inhale out, lift, inhale to 60.
Okay.
Exhale in.
Okay, got you.
Got it?
Gracias, senior.
Can you go the distance when you don't know how far the distance is?
Come on.
Ooh,
Do this.
whoa.
Put on some good music.
Now we need some good.
Something to drown out my
We need to
moaning.
get this moving.
Do we go?
Drown out my moaning and wheezing.
That speed.
We'll see you in 10 minutes.
What's the speed on this, Dave?
Do what works for you.
Okay.
Just what works. We're gonna be doing this for a while, so just pace yourself. And if you have to take a break, take a break. There's no award ceremony at the end of this. All right, here we go. Less than 7 minutes and 40 seconds. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Steady. Steady. Sometimes if you feel a little tired, just pull those knees in a little bit. Give yourself a little stretch. Wrap your hands around real quick. Give a stretch. There you go. Rock it out a little bit. Perfect, Richard. All right, good, Mary. Steady. Excellent. All right, guys, you're doing great. Keep it up. Less than 6 minutes. All right, less than 4 minutes and 45 seconds. All right, let's go. Be the light. Let's go. Just think about all those new fluids we're creating, new blood. All right, less than 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Let's go. Keep up. Steady. Steady. Two and a half minutes. We got it. Less than a minute 45. We're there. Let's go. Keep it up. Less than a minute. This is it. Let's go. Steady. You can do anything for a minute. "23 seconds. We got it. And just let it go. Let it go. Just let it all go. I'm sitting up, but you guys lay down. Good job. Mary, remind you of civics class, Mary? What? Oh, got it. But yeah, you might want, yeah, that's where you probably need to flatten that back out a little bit more. Or just lay down and rest for right now. Yeah. So we are through I think what most people call the hard part of the Kriya. So now we're going to get on our back. We're going to be on our back. We're going to pull the right knee in. And we're going to go a minute aside. We're going to do, so I'll tell you when to switch, but we're just going to the head's on the ground, and just lift the left leg up to 90. Inhale up, exhale down. So we're going to alternate that a minute on each side. It'll be 2 times on each side. So it'll be here, and then here, back to here, and then we'll finish up on the right leg. You can follow along with me. I'll be doing it. So pull the right knee in. It'll be on your back. And then we're just going to inhale the left leg up. Exhale down. Inhale sat. Exhale nam.
And you're holding your knee?
Hold your knee, yeah. I'm changing the music. So both arms around that right knee. And switch. Left leg, left knee in, right leg.
In front of my eyes, a future brighter than the lonely star. My crystal vision activated, meditated. I stay love sedated. The breath is the breath permeating me. But you feel like ain't nothing going right, always motivate. You better recognize, uttering the words of truth will bless you till the end of no time. Creator lives on the tip of your tongue. Pay attention to the words that you throw down. Carefully stop the intent of love and devotion. You know what to do when life is like commotion. You got to raise the vibration.
Switch again, right knee in, left leg up. So right knee in, left goes up. And last switch, left knee pulled in, right leg up. And release, just let it go, just lay on the mat for a second. You can get your breath, and we're going to come up to a seated position when you're ready. Got 2 more asanas before Shavasana. All right, how's everyone doing?
Okay.
So this specific kriya is also excellent for digestion. We're really, well, obviously we're putting a lot of tension on the lower triangle, so great for digestion. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate this last one because most people, when they do a forward bend, they're doing it on their lower back, and we don't want to do that. So I will exaggerate this motion bigly. Is that a word?
Yeah, big.
Bigly.
Bigly. So when we come up, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the hands, we could come up straight like this, but the way it's designed in the Kriya, the hand is flat up, the palms up to the ceiling. So we're going to come up and come down. Now we want our hands to touch the ground. So I bend my knees. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't say to keep your legs straight anyway. So we want to make that contact and come up. So when I'm doing it, I'm all on my navel point. I'm like a spring. I'm breathing through the navel. So I'm going to come to the side. So I'm going to come, when I come, I inhale up, exhale down. I'm bending my knees to get my hands on the ground. Now, when I come up, I'm not lifting from here. I'm pulling myself up from my quads through the navel point. If you put your hand on my back, it would be like Jello, nothing. It's all, it's like, I'll exaggerate it, but it looks like this. I'm like rolling myself up. And it takes because the tendency is to go for this bigger muscle here. And that's why people will get back problems, because they don't realize they're compensating for a weak navel point. So it's just I'm rolling myself up, inhale up, exhale down, and I'm rolling myself back down again. So it's just, I'm lifting myself up from here, not here. So I'm up. And I'm gonna have you guys try it before we actually do it, so you can feel the motion. See, I'm like a pocket knife coming out of that sheath. Again, just do what your body can give you. Don't overdo it. In the first 2 minutes, it's slow. I mean, really, just get in the motion.
Do it
Then we'll
again.
do it another minute, and that's where you can, if you really want to go at it, you can. So I'm going to start the clock at 2 minutes. Does everybody have that feeling?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, good. So I'm going to start the clock, but I'm going to be watching. The feet, I think Vincent's shoulder width apart. All right, that's good. Mary's got it, all right. I don't care if my knees are bent, I don't care. Nobody said Kundalini yoga was like graceful anyway. It isn't. That's why there's no mirrors in a Kundalini yoga studio. If you catch yourself on your lower spine, just shift it. We're going to use our quads and our navel point to bring ourselves up. I'm like a spring right now. Showing me my destiny. 31 seconds. You can always tell me what you need. Good job. If I promise to always give you what you need. Ooh, baby. Kiss me for dinner. Love my love again. Sweet meditation. Inhale up. And let it down slowly. Wipe the auric field. And last minute, and then we'll have our Shavasana. All right, so last minute, inhale up, exhale down. In this one, whatever the space you have, go at that cadence or speed, or just keep the same one. We're lifting from the navel, inhale into the navel. Let the breath, see if you can let the breath do the lifting. All that's moving is the breath. Inhale, sa, exhale, nam. Inhale up. Inhale up. And let it down slow. And let's make our way to our mat for Shavasana pose. Good job, guys. That was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Great. We created a lot of new fluids. Got rid of some old stuff. I know when I'm moving like that, I can taste it, all those toxins. A lot of people, it looks like I have a funny taste in my mouth. Well, that's what that is. Let's get on, let's lay down. And I want to just experience that new energy that's flowing through the body. You created that inside of you. And this is the most important thing that we will do today. So we're going to integrate that energy into our body. Your body will always remember this experience. So we're going to integrate that. You can actually feel yourself pull it into your bones. So just notice your energy before we started the practice today and where you're at today. We purposefully caused this. I didn't do it. You did it. And you can do this at any time that you want. So just bathe yourself in all of these new fluids. Let the old ones go that aren't serving anymore. And just picture that integration, these new fluids flowing through all through our body, because they are, the new blood. And just let it go. And your body temperature may drop in this posture, and then this posture is a posture. So if you want to grab a blanket. And we are going to be here a while, so just let it go. Go deep, deep. Let it go. Go deeper. Deeper. And stay down. Play the crystal bowls for a little bit. And slowly bring awareness back into the body. Wiggle the toes, fingers. Roll the wrists, ankles. Maybe a full body stretch, nice. And a little cat perhaps. Keep the left leg down, the right bended leg over left, and you can alternate. When you're ready, come up. Work our meditation, final meditation, short meditation, easy meditation, powerful meditation. So I have no idea how those bowls sound over Zoom or FaceTime. I know the gong doesn't work. It works.
Bowls sound good.
Yep, the gong on Zoom does not work. You'll hit it, and then you don't hear anything for 3 seconds. Anyway, oh well. All right. So real quick, Vincent, what you experienced, you can take that off the mat too, right?
Yeah, I
So-
could imagine that.
So, you know, you'll see people that aren't breathing in their life. They look like this. So, all right. So today's meditation is for prosperity. It's a very simple meditation to do. We do it in easy pose. And we're simply striking with, not like, like a 1 pounds of pressure. So it's just har, so it's well, it's Har, har. And then when you come back the other way, you want to cross. Right thumb is under the left. So it's har, 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 har. I've got. So we're just going to do this for 3 minutes, but this is the meditation for prosperity. Now, prosperity can mean many things to many people. In the US, that could mean a new SUV, could be prosperity in love, could be prosperity in relationships, prosperity in mindfulness. So, whatever that is for you. I know the first time I did this, I had a client. It was like the next day I got a call. Yeah, we have your check. And it was like 3 years later. It was like almost $3,000. I fit, you know, I was like down the river. So it is a potent meditation. You want to bring prosperity, you know, into your life. So let's, I'll cue the music. There is prosperity music. Make sure I can find it. It's HUD, HUD, spelled H-A-R, but it's HUD, 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 HUD. HUD, 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 flow, HUD, HUD.
Do it again,
HUD,
Dave.
HUD, 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 HUD. So we're striking HUD, 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 HUD. Do it with eyes closed. Make those connections persist. HUD, see it in your mind's eye, even though the eyes are closed. HUD, feel it. HUD, 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 HUD. Very powerful. HUD, 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 straight spine, HUD, 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 and release. Put your hands on your knees in Gyan Mudra, fingertips or index finger to thumb. Just feel that mantra, that energy meditation moving through you. Now feel the whole practice moving through you. And inhale. Hold and squeeze, pull Mula Bandha. Squeeze anus, sex organ, diaphragm. Pull them in, squeeze that energy up the spinal column, out the crown, and release. Good job, guys. All right, so we end every Kundalini yoga class with a long time sunshine song. First time is to bless yourself. The second time is for somebody else. And when we do this, really feel those words. They're very powerful when you bring those words in. So inhale and exhale. Inhale for the longtime sun. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. May be happy, may be healthy, wholly whole. May be blessed. Inhale for long Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Good job, guys.